Welcome back to my channel. This is my beautiful flatmate, Maritina, as always. And we're ranking magazines today. I'm an annoying journalism student, so I have to. And you just like fashion.
Yes.
Yes.
Exactly.
So, let's go. Welcome back to my channel. For Scotland, it's quite a hot day, so I hope we'll manage. And yeah, just for the introduction, we have the Harper's Bazaar from the US. You hold this. We have the Cosmopolitan, UK. We have the Tatler, UK. The ELLE, UK. And we have the Vogue. And we're gonna rank all of these, so let's go! So we are ranking on cover, fashion, pictures, interesting features, and overall branding. Which one do you want to start with?
We can start with Vogue since it was just on top here.
Yes. What do we think about the cover?
I love the cover personally. I feel like it's very inclusive. And I feel like it's very classy, it's very Vogue, like...
I agree. I think it shows the beauty of the women, and it is a very inclusive and diverse thing to put on a cover. So
yeah,
I feel like it's a 4.5 out of 5.
I would give it 4.5 as well. Yeah.
Okay.
100%. Okay, ELLE.
I think it's very powerful. I think you can see the color contrast of like the black woman in front and then like the opposing colors of green and yellow. I really like it. It's very vibrant. And I think the model is very powerful as well. Maybe a 4.
Yeah, I think it's very eye-catching for sure. I'm not a big fan of green, so maybe a 4.
You're literally Michelle Visage, being like, yes. I hate green.
Like, the worst color ever invented. But yeah, I think a 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tatler. I'm not the biggest fan of this cover. I find it to be a bit too... I don't know.
I think it feels more like a picture than like, oh, let's shoot for a cover type of thing maybe.
It's not eye-catching and it doesn't draw you in as a viewer, in my opinion. And like it looks very like baroque, and I like for right now, for current fashion right now, I don't really enjoy the cover. And I know it's royalty, and I know that's why they shot it so like royal as well, but I don't know. I don't find it to be very catching.
Yeah, I think the dress is quite like, the pink is really vibrant either way, but yeah, I think maybe it's a bit like...
I would give it a 3.
I think I would give it a 3.5.
3.5.
Yeah.
I'm giving it a 3.
Okay.
So we have the Cosmopolitan here, and we have Nicola Pelz Beckham at the front, and I find her to be quite intense. Like I find her look to be very intense. I'm not a fan of grey, just like you are not a fan of green. I'm not a fan of grey. You own a lot of grey things that I have opinions on, and I don't know, like for a cover maybe a different color, question mark. What's your opinion?
Yeah, it's a very classic Cosmopolitan cover, like that's what they do as covers, but yeah, I feel like maybe they could have put her in like something else maybe. Yeah,
I would give it 3.
I think I would give it a 3.
Yeah, let's give 3.
Okay. And then
Harper's Bazaar, the intriguing redemption of Paris Hilton. Dum dum dum. And I really like the cover band. I really enjoy this. Like, it's her. Like, it's her colors, but a more mature pink. And what do you think about the contrast? Do you think maybe the one thing that I have to critique about this is that like they could have had a darker background to make her stand out more?
maybe, but I think like with the background and with what she's wearing, the blue in her eyes really pops up. So like maybe they wanted also to give attention to the eyes as well.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. I find it to be a very powerful Paris Hilton 2000s, not 2000s anymore moment. And I really love that.
Yeah.
A 4.5?
I think I would give it 4.
A 4?
Yeah, I think so.
What do you have to critique about it?
Like, I just don't think it's a 4.5 as a cover.
Yeah.
Overall.
Yeah.
Like,
no.
it is a good cover, but I wouldn't give it like, oh, that's a 4.5 cover.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
As a number.
Okay.
Yeah.
So overall, we have cover price now.
Yeah.
Let's get into fashion.
Okay.
We will just summarize what we see overall, and I'll put in like the best picture that we see, and we can go with the strongest fashion elements that we see. We're at the Vogue, and I find the Vogue to be very fashion appealing. I love the fashion moments that they have usually, and the fashion moments that they summarize, because it's so current and so like in the moment what is important. What do you think?
Because it is Vogue, they put a lot of effort, like whatever you see, you know that this took a while and a lot of effort and a lot of artistic like design behind it to go even on just like half a page. So you can definitely see with a lot of fashion, like some of the pictures here, you can definitely see the artistic vision behind it. And I think on like the small sections where you have like, you know, like the like jackets and like jeans, I always like them because I think they're always quite like one step ahead and they're very into the trend. So yeah, that's my opinion.
I totally agree. What's your favorite fashion moment from Vogue? So I'll probably edit this in as well, but this is Marity's favorite. And I love this. I think the black excellence of the dress is really coming through and it's really powerful. Okay, I think that suits are coming back, and I think they probably were never gone, but I'm very happy that they're having a trendy comeback. And yeah, I just love this page, full of blazers and suits, and in a different interpretation as well, and very young. I love this. Yes. Okay, ELLE.
Okay.
So what I really like about ELLE is that they have a bunch of really colorful things, and I think they're not afraid to be artistic and explore fashion in a different manner. That's what I love about ELLE a lot, and I think we own a lot of Vogue, and then the second thing that we own a lot is ELLE, probably, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I would say.
I think I really like this.
I agree with you. I wouldn't have picked anything else.
Yeah.
Like, this is amazing, sparkly, and I don't know, like the 80s coming back is very apparent as well.
Yeah.
And it's just so vulnerable, I would say, almost.
I think it's beautiful. Yeah.
I think it's beautiful. Yeah. By the way, we didn't rank the Vogue.
Sure. I feel like it's probably a 5 out of 5.
I would say so.
Like, I don't think it can be anything else.
I would say the Vogue is a 5 out of 5, and ELLE, I would say a 4.5.
I would give it a 5 actually.
A 5.
I would give it a 5, yeah.
Can I just look through it? I think I agree with you. I think it has really, really nice moments. By the way, I'm not being sponsored for this sadly, but go and buy a magazine. A lot of people are putting a lot of effort into this, and they're just beautiful, honestly. This, just wow. Like, yeah, I would give it a 5 out of 5.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay, Tatler.
Tatler. Tatler really went for a more royal approach in general. I think in this edition, because it's like the interview with Lady Margarita. I knew that. And you can see that in like a lot of pictures that they took. It looks very expensive. It looks very decadent, and this is beautiful.
This. Yeah.
Were you saying the same thing?
Yeah.
This is stunning.
Yeah. I'd say this is the best. This is the best.
I totally agree.
Yes.
And it's green, by the way.
I know, but like, see.
Yeah. You can even make green work and make you like it.
Yes, exactly like that.
Like, by the way, we do this in our everyday lives as well. Like, one of us just buys a magazine and we look at it. And then we go to TK Maxx and smell candles, and like, that's pretty much our whole friendship.
Yes.
Like that. Oh, and we read tarots, and that's it. You know? I love this. As much as I critically assessed the cover, you still have amazing fashion moments in this. Like, look at that. You know? And I don't know. What are we giving? We cannot give all of them a 5.
No, I think it's either like a 3 or 3.5 for me.
For me, it's a 4. I really like some of the pictures that some of the fashion moments that they have pictures later. Yeah. So you're giving it a 3.5.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Cosmopolitan.
Come through. So anyone that doesn't know like brands as much, Cosmopolitan is the everyday girl. Like, it's for the normal person and the girl that is like exploring her sexuality and like in her 20s and in her 30s and like discovering the world. And Vogue is more of a target audience of like, I want something like expensive and quality, while Cosmopolitan like wants to cater to the everyday woman. And I like that. I like that they're true to themselves. I like that they know what they want to cater to. Yeah, let's look for fashion moments.
I think you can obviously tell that it has more like features than actually like that much like fashion here. Like they have the segments with all the things. But yeah, I think for me I really like this. I think it's very beautifully shot, and I really like just the ball shape of the camera.
I think I agree with you. It brings her out in the foreground, and the oval shape of like the frame is not something that we see usually, and I really like that. I like the exploring part, and I like that they're trying out something new, and I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Overall for fashion, probably not that high ranked.
No, I think probably like a 3.
A 3 or a 2.5?
You can go with a 2.5, but
yeah,
I would say a 3 though, because I think it is. They have good stuff and like obviously more accessible to the everyday, like to us.
Of course, yeah. But it's not that fashion heavy, is it?
Yeah, it's not. So maybe a 2.5.
A 2.5.
Okay. Harper's Bazaar.
Harper's Bazaar. Some of these are funny. Wait, I have to share this. I really like this. The cart was full, so here's another take.
This is my favorite fashion moment from Harper's Bazaar. I think it's absolutely beautiful. I just love everything about this shop. Yeah,
I agree. And I think it's really stunning how it keeps the rule of the threads, and she's like giving the rest of the things so much space, but she's still so, like, she takes all the attention even though she's not in the middle of the shot, and I love that. So I agree. What do you think about the Harper's Bazaar as a whole when it comes to fashion moments?
I like it quite a lot, to be honest.
Look at this, guys. I cannot. This is stunning.
Like, I would give it a 4.5.
I would give it a 4.5 too. I think what Harper's Bazaar is doing especially is being bold and being funny about things, and telling stories with their shots, and I just love that. Look at this. Oh, I cannot. Okay, so we decided to shorten our criteria because we noticed that we've talked a lot already. So I would say the last criteria that we can talk about is interesting features?
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah. Vogue.
Vogue. Come on, Vogue. Let your heart Vogue. Can you Vogue? That sounds beautiful. Gay. Didn't see that coming up.
Yeah. Okay.
So here's an example of a feature in Vogue, and it's about inclusivity and diversity in modeling, and it is showing these stunning models and like telling their stories, and it's a really personal feature, and it has a lot of writing, and it's very vivid, and I love that. I know they're scarce, and I have friends that come into our flat and they're like, Vogue is all brands and like is all ads, and I appreciate that sentiment, but I don't agree with it. I think Vogue has a lot of amazing stories. They just focus on fashion in particular, and because the advertisements are part of the fashion, and they're sometimes specifically shot just for Vogue, it shows even more fashion while making money. And I personally love the features of Vogue, and I love when they advertise like what will be in there, and like once you open it you actually see what is the theme of the month as well. And I loved, like, maybe you can just show the Queen Elizabeth one that they have. And like when Queen Lizzie died, they had editions for Queen Elizabeth and like her legacy that she's leaving behind, and those Vogues look completely different obviously and have different features, and they're really talented journalists in that magazine.
What did you say? Did you say when Queen Elizabeth died?
Yeah,
that was for the platinum.
And like, this is for her death, right?
Yeah. The platinum jubilee.
Yeah.
No, I'm just laughing at what we did, because I was just looking, I was like, why is it April? Like, this is November. No fucking way they had her in the...
All the same.
In the freezer for that long.
Oh my god. Imagine.
No, it's like something doesn't add up, but yeah.
I would give the features in Vogue a good 4.
I would say a 4, yeah.
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 I would say so.
ELLE.
ELLE. The main feature is on Jodie Turner-Smith, and it's about her acting career. And it has loads of pictures next to the feature and the interview, and it's really pleasing to the eye. What I also love about magazines is like the specific brands that they have, the specific sort of style and like different fonts, and it's so pretty. And what you can see with ELLE is that they have quite a bunch of writing next to fashion, which is really nice. While in Vogue they give even more space for fashion, I think. So I would give this a good 4.5.
Yeah, I would say a 4.5. I really like the features towards the back. Yeah, like I think they talk a lot about like money and like Nepo babies and stuff and fashion, and I think it's very interesting in my opinion, that whole talk. So yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Okay. 4.5.
Yes. Tatler.
Yes.
Okay. This is the main feature.
Mm-hmm. The interview with Margarita, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's very interesting. I also find very interesting that like they have also put like some different like facts and like about royal family like in the middle here. So yeah, it's very royalty based. Just a lot of talks. Yeah, and they have other like features later on in the magazine.
Maybe not the best edition to see what Tatler can do, because like it's very royal based and like yeah, it's very that. Overall for this edition, we're not shaving Tatler. For this edition, maybe a 3.5.
Yeah, I would say 3.5.
Yeah.
Cosmopolitan, I mean, to be honest, is the most feature heavy magazine out of all of them.
And it deserves a good ranking. And it's for the everyday person, and I love that. And a lot of these I've read as well, and they're very, I don't know, they're very catchy, they're very what you want to hear, and they're very newsy as well. And I would say the Cosmo deserves a good 5 probably.
Yeah, this is the main feature with Nicola, but obviously before and after they have many features. They have this that obviously I love, I think both of us. They have like travel suggestions.
I love travel suggestions. Vogue travel, ELLE travel, best thing, honestly. And the nice thing about this is because the target audience is the everyday person. While Vogue is recommending like travels that start from 2K, Cosmo is actually recommending travels that we can afford as well, which I find to be very nice.
Yeah, 100%. And they have this little like
graphics
that you can do, like so do I suck at sleeping, and it has like questions and you can answer, and it leads you to specific like results, which I find very nice and very informative. Yeah, definitely.
Great 5.
Yeah,
a good 5.
Harper's Bazaar, last but not least.
Yes. Well, Harper's Bazaar won Paris, so that's pretty like exceptional. I'm very happy for them. I don't know how much they hunted her down and like talked to her agent and stuff to do it, but I'm happy they got her.
Yeah, like this is the main feature, obviously, and like the next page.
And you can just see how much she grew, and they're giving her a lot of space to explain herself. It's a lot of pink, and a grown-up pink, not the flashy pink from the 2000s anymore. It's not that feature heavy.
Like it has some other features about tennis legend Billie Jean King, yeah, and Tony Birch. So it has that feature, and I think it has another feature. But apart from that, it's not. To be honest, it's quite fashion heavy. It also has
a feature on Naomi Campbell.
Yeah, which is very good.
Naomi Campbell.
So yeah, like it has some very
flashy
features.
Yeah, I think the target audience is like very interested in like legends and like the fashion industry and stuff. So a good 4?
I think a 4, yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Okay, so finally, what can we say about all of the magazines?
I think all of them were amazing in their own way, and I think everyone should go out once in a while and buy a magazine for multiple reasons. And I think it's so interesting because you have so many options to choose. If you want a more personal, feature-heavy read, like, you know, an advice from your like sister, you would go for Cosmopolitan. If you want to see high fashion and just complete like creativity, you would probably go for Vogue. If you want something more vibrant and just a bit closer to the heart, you'd probably go with ELLE. And like the list goes on and on.
And like it's so beautiful to see how much work people put into this and how much passion. And I know we ranked it, but like honestly none of these are better or worse. It's just like different target audience and different brand. And I think we will keep buying magazines and we'll keep sitting on the couch next to each other ranking them. And yeah, thank you for joining us while doing this, and I had a blast. Thank you so much for joining my channel.
Thank you so much for having me.
And I'll see you in you too. Me just talking over you, like almost. I'm just always like on the next page, like talking ahead already. Yeah, it was great.
Great time.
Yeah, thank you for joining, and I'll see you in the next one.
Bye!